Almost made it through the end, laptop man. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on and appreciate each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. As we jump on in, we were talking about Slim. Slim. What up, Slim? Thought about you, babe. Shout out to everybody out here. And Slim up 39%, still holding gains of about even higher than that, about 24% gains for Slim. Slim bopping out, never hitting the stop loss. That is a tight bull pennant. Breaking to the upside. It did what it was supposed to do, baby. It did what it was supposed to do. We got beat on the radar. Beat. I'm looking for beat to break out and bounce here. It's got a bit of a cup and handle look. I'm looking for beat to break out. Aggressive move is to buy right now on the 200. But I'm looking for beat to break out. Come back and retest the zone for a massive move to the upside. Watching beat. Matter. We had matter for you. Anti-matter actually pumping as we speak. Continuing to lift off all the way to my target of 60% out of the initial target. Then we gave you this little pennant that broke out. Matter breaking to the upside, doing damage cheese in the game. Bang, bang, bang. We gave you GST this morning at 8:56 a.m. in the trading group. Let's talk about Green Satoshi token. Banging on them. And these are things you would have had or learned about. Had you just decided to fork over $2.70 a day, you would have gotten all my knowledge, all my information, and how I get down and make this happen every single day. Look, I talk about the fact that when moving averages get tight, we pump up to the daily 200 SMA. I've given you 22 charts that are ready to blast, and they just keep continuing to boom as we speak. This one hit. IXV hit. So many different ones hit. CAR on the way. Another one hit earlier today, too, as well. Let's take a look at Karura. All right? And these are coins that I was trading 2 years ago. I know all the new coins that came out during the bull rally and never really got their move. And this wants to go all the way back up to the 200 SMA. I wouldn't be surprised if it continued to the upside. The daily's just getting started. Here's another one. Look, they're in cup and handles. They get tight moving averages, and they pump up to the 200 SMA. It's a simple strategy. I use it, and this will pass. Once they get above there, then they pump. Then the story changes. You don't get these perfect bottom plays. There are also shoulder heads and right shoulders that can pump to the upside. You got a gap in the VRVP. You got above a point of control. I'm teaching this every single Tuesday from 3 to 5. Jump on into class if you want. from 3 to 5:30 Eastern Standard Time in New York City time every single Tuesday from 3 to 5:30. Jump into class, $60 if you're in the trading group, $99 if you're not in the trading group. Get that discount. Jump in today. Thank you so much for that super chat. Watching the balls jump in the jar. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate you. So there's a lot of hot AI coins that are willing to pop, and I've been showing you willing to pop, and I've been showing you them for the last few days on and off, just to kind of get you guys situated and get you ready for what's happening, what's coming, baby, what's coming. So hey, either you're ready and organized and you're planning it out, or you're going to miss out. So you got to plan it out. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken here as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. Thank you so much for the alerts there. Jumping on into the jar again. May God bless you all. XCAD is a coin I used to trade. I haven't looked at it in a while. I'm just glancing at it. But what I do see is it's getting tight on the moving average, a point of control, and it has the space to go. Now this gets added to the list, as you can see. So now I would take XCAD, and I'm like, oh, by the way, is another coin that's likely to pump all the way up to the 200 SMA. The moving averages are getting tight. You're above a point of control. By golly gee, oh my. The MACD wants to turn, and you're low on the stochastics RSI. Now, I don't know exactly when the smaller time frames will give you better entries, but this is just something that's likely to happen. You also have this uptrend here, all right? And you kind of formed, I guess, something, I guess you could say it's kind of like this. And look, we could pump up to the 200 SMA, all right? Then you got a gap here in the VRVP2 as well. Once you get a gap here, you can move all the way up into this area. Very, very likely that you'll see XCAD somewhere in the $1.94 range. We're at $1.20 right now. I would keep that on your radar. XCAD, highly likely to make a move because we see it bunch up, get to the 200 SMA. Then once a daily close of candles above the 200 SMA, you're gone, baby, gone to the upside. I would be watching XCAD closely for a possible move to the upside. Now, it might take some time. All right, I'm not saying buy right now. And again, I wouldn't tell you what to do anyway. I'm not a financial advisor, and you shouldn't take anyone's advice on YouTube anyway. But the point of the story is this is something that I'm starting to look at. I'm starting to kind of want to sink my teeth into. XCAD is on the radar. XCAD USDT sitting in the sweet spot. And again, 200 SMA above the price. And honestly, everyone would start to figure out these strategies and ideas that I'm laying down, all right? And that's how we made gains this morning, okay? HOTCROSS looks like you could pump all the way up to the 200 SMA. Another one that's waiting. Once it gets above this point of control, it's gone, baby, gone. Just remember that. Once it gets above the point of control, it can make a bit of a move to the upside. How is that audio doing as I'm traveling? Just want to double check on the audio. Shout out to the $10 in chat revenue. You people are absolutely amazing. You mentioned Curve. Can you look it up, please, Sam? CRV is what you're talking about. Yeah, we'll take a look at CRV. Shout out to all the beautiful people here. Hey, Lifer, can you give long-term opinion about OAS? I don't really know much about OAS at all. I was just swing trading it, so I have no clue. Super Chats, Frax, and OAS. We'll take a look at those. Book early next Saturday, Lifer Vision trading course. Oh, yeah, I teach course every single Tuesday. But next Saturday, I teach the last Saturday of every month. So the last Saturday of every month, if you can't make the week, because we know people work and they can't make the weekday. So for that day, we have you ready to go the last Saturday of every month. Jump on in today. I can't wait to see you there. So jump on in today, and we'll see you at class the last Saturday of every single month. It will be the last Saturday of February. Thank you, CNC Ireland, for reminding me. You're the man. You're more on point than I am. Shout out to Gina Bombina. She's dripping for frogs, or she's crying for frogs. I don't know. Or she's sweating for the frog. I don't know what's going on. But there's some tears here. There's some wetness going on. I don't know. Or maybe the frog likes to jump in. I don't know what's going on. Something's going on. Shout out to Gina Balbita. Then she's got a frog and a flower, a frog and a flower, a frog and a flower, right? I'm slightly colorblind. I don't have my glasses on. I think they're around here somewhere. Is that a flower? Let me see here. I think if I put my glasses on, I'll be able to see a little better here. Let me see. It looks like a flower to me. Shout out to the $6 pound. Thank you. It's a lotus. Yeah, it does look like a lotus. I was about to say that looks like a lotus. Something told me it was more than a flower. You're the man, brother. Shout out to Kevin Baker in the house. Shout out to Joshua Jalowick. Did I keep my hat on? I was supposed to actually comb my hair. I got a hat. You know what? I got this hat from Miami at the Secret Network. We love you, Sam. Shout out to PS5. I love you too, man. Flowers. I thought those were clams. I'm the one who is blind. Shout out to Druid, man, with the clam face. You're funny, man. I'm just joking around. You're not a clam face, but you know what I mean. I'm just having game. I hope you don't. I always try to make jokes. I hope people don't take it the wrong way. Hats off to your hat. Shout out to Legos the Lifer. Thank you so much. Shout out to Lifer Friend. Shout out to Dominic. Shout out to Tori. Shout out to the beautiful people on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being here. 500 people on the live stream. 249 likes. $15 in chat revenue. We're all feeling good on a Saturday night. Let's get that water in the system. I appreciate each and every one of you. Lifer Live on a Saturday night. It's because we have Lifer Friend as a new mod and a super chat mod. So cool, right? Boom, what's the word? Shout out to Stack McChange in the house. He's been riding with me since I had like 10 followers. Shout out to Stack, one of the OGs in the house. Shout out to everybody here. Gina Bombina, Matthew Dorone. Shout out to Dorone. Got a new pick, Night Sweeper, like I always do. Shout out to Dominic Aragon SK, my man. Shout out to Two Wolves 93. Let's overthrow the world with Bitcoin, my man. I like your style. Shout out to Armin Clark. Shout out to BTC Fever from Austin, Texas. Shout out to Tori for the 222. We'll take a look at CELR for you, Tori. I had to cook for the old man, and I missed Bitcoin update. What are we looking at? Shout out to Kevin Baker taking care of your father. Appreciate you, brother. What's cracking, Lifer and the Life Vets? Hey, bro. What a great time to be alive. Long Matic. I mean, Matic's been pumping hard for a while now. I don't know. We'll take a look. But so I just showed you some coins that are likely to pump. EPIK, I think, is on my radar too. It just got a golden cross here. Funky little pattern. But at the end of the day, it's got a little bit of a flag here that could boom. I mean, I would heed these golden crosses on these smaller cap coins. They tend to have some weight to them. All right. Nano just is about to get a golden cross too as well. I'm telling you, it's looking like this whole market is about to get a resurgence and just a belly up. It's exciting to see here, but we're seeing a lot of movement in the market. And I started loading up. I started to load up in the market. Look at Golden Cross. This stays in the ascending triangle. I wouldn't be surprised if we had Nano back up $1.29 from this 94-cent region to break through the resistance to the upside. Friend the best, man. Thanks infinitely. Then Sam, without you, would never be able to finally start to profit. So many thanks. I love you, Lifer fam. Everyone, even the lady from Germany. You're funny, man. Wow, that's hard. You look away for 1 second, and the chat is a new chapter. Shout out to my man, Lifer Friend in the game. Making bacon on the beach, baby. Shout out to everybody making bacon on the beach. Shout out to the 277 likes. I told you that 77 is going to follow us. 707 average watch time, 277 on the line. Back to pass. Steve Curry from downtown. All the way from downtown. 7-7's in the game. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. But I hope I loaded you with enough things to think about to keep you kind of, those tight moving averages, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for golden crosses, tight moving averages, ascending triangles, points of control, MACD, oversold stochastics. I'm looking for the money. Show me the money, baby. Show me the money. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it right now. So look, we're in a bit of an ascending triangle, right? We're moving to the upside here. Bounce, bounce, bounce. So I'm going to move that in like this. We're looking at something like this here for XDC. XDC mainnet. Kind of a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder elongated of an idea. And, rounded bottoms pay the bills. At the end of the day, this is a nice, big, rounded bottom. That didn't sound right, but you know what I mean, right? Don't go there. I was talking about the charts. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I know you want a nice, big, rounded bottom right here on the chart. That's all. That's all you want. I know. So, look, we get above this point of control. We could keep it going through this area of the value. I mean, there's just not a lot of liquidity here. The daily's getting a little too high for me. Says we may pump up one more time. I believe we have a little more time to accumulate this. Every time I say that, the thing pumps to no, all the way to who knows where. HNT, I had in a cup and handle. We've been waiting on it to do damage. It had a gap in the VRVP. I haven't checked on it in about a week. Let's take a look. Hasn't been stopped out yet, but it's kind of still doing its thing. Let's kind of readjust the situation here. The flag is still in the flag. We could almost say it faked out, broke back inside the flag in a way. We'll move this measured move. This may actually bring it a little lower now. You see that? We do have a big resistance there, but maybe we only get to the $5 region. But this does say we could gap through this VRVP gap. Definitely something I would be watching for. Hasn't been stopped out yet. You do have this falling volume with falling price over time. However, the daily had a chance to really make bacon on the beach, and it didn't do it. You know, a lot of other ones had the move. So that means you have people either staking it or you just don't have as many people trying to trade it. I do think it will. The charts convey this will pump up to the 200 SMA, though. This is another one with tight moving averages that could pump up to the 200 SMA. Still about a 30% gain if it pumps up there. Has momentum on the daily. Your 4-hour needs to cool off, though. So look, I mean, I would wait for the 4-hour to cool off. Unless my 15-minute and my 1-hour were super low for an aggressive entry at the bottom of the pattern, need to come lower. Low enough, though. So this is the thing. You never know what's exactly going to happen. All the stochastics do is give you momentum indication. The 4-hour suggests that this has to reset. But the 1-hour may make a play. It's a chart I would normally leave alone. I'd like to see them all ready to go in more probability, right? But just, you know, I hadn't looked at it in a while. If that flag stays through, if we stay above 276, this thing will, you know. So you'd want to basically, I mean, the 8-hour says you're coming down, though. I would play that 8-hour and say that it comes back down, an aggressive entry down here. Wait for the 8-hour to reset before I would touch that. Let's take a look at CELR from my man Tori. And we talked about CELR breaking out of this flag here. I kind of had a little bit of hidden bullish as that swung to the downside. That swung to the upside. We kept this trend alive, thinking maybe we end up in like an ascending triangle of some sort. But let's take a look. So CELR did pop all the way to 2 4/10 of a cent. All right, let's take a look at our daily. I remember when we first started looking at it, it did get crushed down to 0.8 of a cent. But I mean, it's almost up 3x from when it bottomed down there, right? CELR has some moves on the daily. The 3-day for the whole entire market is a little cooked. That worries me a little bit that we might have a bigger pullback at one point for CELR. Right now, I'm getting some mixed signals for CELR, honestly. When in doubt, flag it out. I mean, you got this uptrending move here on the 4-hour time frame, right? And look at that. That could make a move out. So that's what I would look at for CELR, and I would only play the 4-hour and stay in the 4-hour time frame. But, you know. Shout out to DK on the house. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate all you awesome people jumping on in. You know, so many people come to the stream because they know there's going to be awesome people on the stream. They're like, you know what? That guy's positive. He's in a good mood. If I go to the stream, I'm going to meet someone, talk to someone who's positive and in a good mood. It's kind of a pretty cool feeling, if you ask me. Shout out to Frax, F-R-A-X. I don't see it on KuCoin. Oh, there it is, Frax Share. Do you want Frax Share, though, or do you want Frax? I like Frax Share personally because it is the high coin kind of nemesis, right? It creates the high coins. Not the nemesis, but it creates the high coins. It's the genesis, I mean. Not the nemesis. Completely opposite, right? I mean, your nemesis is what's coming after you. The genesis is the beginning of it all, right? Not really opposites, but they could play a role of duality. So let's take a look. I mean, shoulder, head, and shoulder here is clear as day, but it held, and it didn't seem to want to dump. So let's move this up. Let's channel this over here, and let's get it tight in the zone. And we got a bit of a symmetrical triangle, right? That's getting tighter and tighter in the zone. So look, I mean, the 22 hours hitting the top area here, it needs to come on down. I wouldn't touch this to the 22-hour cooled off unless the daily could pin it. I mean, the daily could pin it, but look, that daily could make a whole lower move down, and that could even take the 22, halfway down and reset. You're at a resistance. It would matter to me what the 4-hour looks like. It's overbought too as well. Those two time frames being overbought would make me, kind of think. The only thing is it looks like Bitcoin. You know how Bitcoin has the dip? It looks just like Bitcoin. Look, I'll prove it to you. This is kind of fun. If we go here and we take a fractal from the bars pattern and we go over here and I'll grab this, right? I'll copy it and then we'll go over to BTC. Shout out to anyone that jumped into any of our big winners today. Matter banging on them to the upside. Anti-Matter. Love that coin. We're looking at MAN. We're still looking at AI. We're looking at a bunch of different coins too in AI that are looking pretty good to me. Oh, no, I don't want the Binance chart. Oh, but actually, yeah, this is easy though. But look, if I paste this and then I open it up, right, you can just see it's the exact same pattern. That's all I was saying. I love having a photographic memory. Like I can see something and know exactly where I saw it before. And I can match it. And my brain will know where I found it. It can categorize it. Like, it can go, there it is. Put it and, like, grab it and, like, put it right where it needs to go. Like, it's kind of like a Rolodex. Or, no, it's kind of like that thing that we used to use. Now, I can't remember words, though, right? But it's like things that we used to use at the library. What was it called? The Dewey Decimal System. The Dewey Decimal System. Shout out to the 577 people here on the live. The Dewey Decimal. Who here used the Dewey Decimal System and knows what I'm talking about? Who here's old school and used the Dewey Decimal System? You don't even know what it is, do you? I don't even know how to spell it. The Dewey. Who knows what I'm talking about? The Dewey Decimals. The Dewey Decimal Classification. That's how we found books at the library. The Dewey Decimal colloquially known as the Dewey Decimal System. I even knew how to spell it, which is insane. How I knew that it was called Dewey like that. And it was first published by Melvin Dewey in 1876, right? It allows new books to be added to the library in their appropriate location. You know what I mean? Because what if you had, row 1, section B, and that was book number 1. But then you had a new book you had to put in there. How would you add a new book? You would use the Dewey Decimal System, which allows you to add a decimal in between that system. It's beautiful. What a great idea. And let me jump into the chat here. I'm really interested to see who knows about the Dewey Decimal. ICP, Bitcoin, please. We'll get to Bitcoin, don't you worry. I'm just making you wait for it, baby. I'm making you sweat for it. I'm old enough to remember that. Yeah, I'm 42. It was so hands-on. Microfish. That baby whines just like Sam. Shout out to Gina Bombina. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you, Gina? Do you need some cheese with that wine, Gina? Don't wait. Keep your crypto safe. If you don't have a hardware wallet, get it today. Everyone, get your Trezor hardware wallet. Haven't talked about it in a few days. I have a Trezor on me at all times. Get your Trezor hardware wallet, please. Don't play games, okay? Make sure you're taking not your keys, not your crypto. Take your security seriously. Become your own bank. Do the right thing. Anyone before 1990 knows the Dewey Decimal System. Amazing. And the card catalog, exactly. Get your card catalog. Gina is a savage. She hits below the belt every single time. I have a ledger. It's awesome. I have a ledger. I don't like it as much as I like my Trezor Touch. The 9 o'clock candle close bait from Baby Lifer. Yeah, right. Gotta be a little OG to remember the Dewey Decimal System. But yeah, I do. Dewey, me homie. You're funny, man. I'm young. Shout out to all my young guns. Who's young? Who here doesn't know the Dewey Decimal System? If you have $1,000 on an exchange, buy a $100 wallet and start cold storing. Shout out to Armin Clark, my man. Sam gets me good every time. Below the belt, who's cat? You're funny. It's funnin'. I don't butt. I'm only 20. Come on. Shout out to Tori, man. Shout out to our young guns. Shout out to 20 años, man. Shout out to GF Burke in the house with the 3, man. They uploaded the ledger ping number thing that you hated. They updated the pin ledger thing that you hated. Okay, they did. Interesting. I'm a 26, bro. Never heard of it. Yeah. I was born in 85, and I don't remember it. Dang. Maybe you didn't. You don't remember the Dewey Decimal System? No. Really? Yeah. I'm like a dinosaur, huh? What is it? It's how you found books at the library. Oh, yeah, I remember that. It was like 0.15, 0.11, like, and like you got this little card, and you'd go match the card. I only said it 7 times. Well, the baby was crying. This guy said, I don't remember yesterday. I'm 25, and I've heard of it. Yeah, well, you might be unlearned, you might be an old soul, Abdullah. Salam alaikum, my friend. Salam alaikum. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Thanks for the TA. Enjoy the weekend. Shout out to my man. And everybody, keep those super chats for me coming in, because I may have missed them.
Nana, we're laying down and we're going to sleep. Come on, go lay down. Yes.
So I want to give more to my kids if I'm so blessed, you know? Anyway, let's keep it moving. Fracture looks pretty good to me. I'm going to jump into I can't wait to jump into Bitcoin. Let's take a look at OAS. OAS, I have to do some research on it. I don't know much about it. So we got to coin market cap it up and find it real quick. Oh yeah, a lot of coins. I just trade a coin that looks good. When I'm trading, I'm trading. I don't really care what the coin is when I'm swinging it. If I'm building a bag, that's a completely different story. I'm researching the market cap. I want to know what's going on. I want to know everything about it. Let's look at OAS. If you'd like to know where OAS is the current rate, the blockchain game, a huge number of transactions occur. However, many blockchains can't handle so many transactions, and nodes often crash. OAS is a game-specific blockchain use technology that is less likely to fail due to an increased number of transactions caused by games. Okay. You got to go to the website and do more of a deep dive here. I saw QuantStamp sitting in there like they're associated with QuantStamp. Audits, they were audited by QuantStamp. That's a good thing. 11 cents. What's the market cap on this puppy? You can't even find it, you know. Why is there no market cap? Read more, you know. Supply circulating, if you would like to know. Circulating supply, yada, 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 yada. Volume, 3.6 million today, though. $10 billion, 10 billion coins in total, right? Fun for gamers, reliable for developers. What is Oasis? Oh, Oasis, like Oasis. I get it. Oasis. I get it now. Oasis. I'm with it. I figured it out. I got what they were doing. Oasis architecture is built for game developers, offering a high-speed, zero-fee experience to combine the best of public L1 and L2 blockchain technologies, validated by numerous other blockchain technologies. Featured in the news. They got people. They docked their team, we think. I've seen sites just slap pictures up. But they docked their team. That guy looks super happy. That guy looks super happy too. Unbelievable. That guy looks even happier. That guy looks happier than he does. His eyes aren't even open. He's smiling so big. Anyway, that's actually mean, but it looks like he's actually squinting. Like the light might have been really bright. Sometimes they do that. They make you take pictures in front of these big bright lights. I don't want anyone to think I'm being rude. Even this guy, I mean, he actually has glasses on, but this guy's wide-eyed. He's wide-eyed. He's wide-eyed. So I just don't want to make anyone make that connection that you think you may be making. Don't go there. Don't go there. You always have to watch it, man. You never know these days. You have to be like do triple back axles over what you say. Anyway, let's go back to Bitcoin and let's see what's happening for BTC. I know you came for your Bitcoin update. Who was with me this morning? As we went over Bitcoin, we talked about it. Likely to go sideways or to the upside. We went sideways. So, hey, it didn't dump, right? It didn't dump. We looked at it in this channel. The 1 hour was coiling up tightly. Even how this coils up, I wouldn't be surprised if we got an explosive move to the upside tonight or into tomorrow morning. Lack of bearish momentum, falling volume with falling price. As you can see, as I showed you on the other site, like this alone is a bigger channel. Right? We got a bigger triangle in here too. That's starting to show signs of tightness that could blast to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here. Cup and handle showing signs of life. Moving average is getting tight again. We are getting a little far away from the 200. I want the 200 to get pulled up by price action here. Our 4 hour, though, looking absolutely beautiful. Responding well with three big, we call those three white soldiers right there, which would definitely should continue us back to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here for the 4 hour time frame. So, as we move into the night, what do I see happening for Bitcoin? I mean, it looks like we go sideways or to the upside. The 4 hour looks like we're going to push all the way to my target at 26,000. I would not be surprised if 16 to 24 hours from now, we are on our way up somewhere to $25,500 to $26,000. Do I have the cojones to run BOOKMAP on my travel laptop, which should actually manage pretty well, but we'll take a look. Last time I did it, it took away from some of the frames we were playing. But then it actually worked great for another one, so we'll see. We will see. Sammy Cup and Handy, Sniper Lifer. Shout out to Gina Bombina in the house. The Dewey Decibel Generation. Gotta watch what we say, just so those youngsters don't cancel us. I know. It's funny. They're trying to cancel all the dinosaurs, right? I don't want to do the update right now. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. Le BOOKMAP. Le BOOKMAP. I always make it French, right? I mean, 24,400 on the low, 25,000 on the high. This is a closer area. We do like to go to the closest order book on the March. So it would behoove us to believe that we would go to 25,000 and then maybe further up to 25 too. But we do see a big buy order of 581, 212 Bitcoin sitting here on the line. So only time can tell. But from what I'm seeing, not too shabby, right? I mean, you know, not too bad. But, you know, so BOOKMAP, it does, you know, if we have to make a call on it, which is, it's not a predictor of price action. It just shows you the actual data that's going on. It shows you the orders that are making up those candles. But it does look like we could go further up to 25,000 into tonight. All right. So that's what I see happening for BOOKMAP. Possibly. No, don't do that. Don't do what you want, Microsoft. That's the problem with Microsoft. It does whatever it wants. You don't do what you want. You do what I tell you to do. All right, so look, the 4-hour is about to blast off. All we need is for it to break above this previous high. That's all we're looking for. We want the 4-hour to close a candle above 24,266 to keep the trend alive. That's all we need. Then we can come back down and make a higher low. It's all good, baby. It's all good. Okay, so bang, I mean, 66% here to the upside for Bitcoin at 26,000. That's my measured move. That's where I believe we could go. I believe it's more likely we break to the upside than to the downside based on the 4-hour. You are so cute and beautiful. I love you so much. I know. I know. You want some water? Yeah. Want some water? Come get a sip. She's wild, huh? Why are you listening to my stuff? Huh? All right, go back. Kids running through the stream. You know, it's a real life stream. I'm traveling, man. I do this every single day. So to bring you the stream every day, you got to take a few of my inner life. You got to take a little of the intimacy behind the scenes. All right? I mean, this would be impossible for me to do it every day without showing a little bit of what's happening. All right? DMTR just getting tighter and tighter in the zone. 4-hour does look like it could go lower. Watching this thing may actually, you know, channel itself lower. There's a lot more liquidity here waiting on the sidelines. Maybe they want to grab it up on the low here. DMTR watching this thing very, very closely for a move. What I'm looking at is this 22-hour, right? And this daily, which are just both getting ready for a blast off. 4-hour had a chance to boom. It's kind of playing games here, but just like Bitcoin, we're going sideways for the night. I still like the consolidation. I like what I'm doing. However, we don't want to lose the point of control. This is a shoulder. That is a head. That is a shoulder, all right? What happens to people is I hit a lot of charts. And then when I look at a chart, they assume that I have to hit. And then when it doesn't hit, they get disappointed because they're like, but the lifer hits everything. I don't hit everything. If I was 100%, I wouldn't exist. So know that I don't hit every single thing that I put out. We get pretty dang close, and we have batches of just insanity where a lot of stuff happens. But you just, you know, it is what it is. Hive starting to make a bit of a move. Actually, we made it tighter. That is a definite breakout. The moving averages got tight. I'm a little late on that, though. Maybe I'll put some work into that later on tonight to see if Hive has some more gas in it. So that's my update for Bitcoin. Really, nothing else to say for Bitcoin. We can kind of pause on it. It's a good night. It's not one of those nights where we have to freak out. We're not. It's a low stress, more sideways night for Bitcoin, looking more bullish than bearish. 24,700 holding. The fact that we're well above 24K is beautiful. Let's take a look at that daily close. Let's take a look at that daily candle close. We'll take a look at the USD, you know, the USD chart on Binance. Why not? I never look at the Binance USD chart. Let's look at our daily candle close. I like this market structure. Shoulder, head, shoulder. bit of a, symmetrical or, almost an ascending triangle in a way with a flatter top and an ascending uptrend there. Let's take a look at our daily candle close for the day. So it wasn't the worst. It wasn't the best, right? It was a little bearish because, you had more of a wick to the upside than to the downside. Let's take a look here. If you go and you're going to hit O, H, L, and C. If you sit on any single candle, you're going to get open, high, low, and close with a number and the percentage. So when we sit on this candle here, we're going to get an open at 24,575. The high was 24,877. The low is 24,435. And the candle would close at 24,632. It would go up 55 cents, up 0.23%. All right? And honestly, like, as corny as this is, I mean, that's technically a bullish rectangle. Like, I've seen it play out just like that. That's in its most rigid form. And it's technically a breakout. Another cool thing is this daily candle easily broke above the previous highs. That's what you want to see, right? That's clean, right? Let's take a look at this previous high here. Yes, this is a key. Look at this. This is a really key signal today that's happening right now. Look, I'm going to make this line. Why am I making it here? It's where these two candles close. We'll go really into the fact and look at that. You like to look at the past, do your focused move on the past so you can really get that data in the future or into where you're going. So look, I'm going to bring, what I mean is I'm really in here. I'm not looking at the present moment in price action. I'm really focused here on this price action. And you can even hover on the candle and see where the candle closed. It closed at 24,458, and you want to see where this one opened at 24,3. So 24,500, we can call it 24,450 is an area that you got to close a candle well above. That's going to be your resistance area. So now we go back and we want to see, did we get above this line? We have a daily candle closing above the resistance. This candle closes above it on Sunday. We're in business. That's a good sign. So we're starting to break the previous high on the daily. That's a really, really, really good sign. Yes, we may have wicked up to 25,322, but that's not where the daily candle closed. We are now closing a daily candle above. The other candle did close above, but kind of right on the line. They were kind of right there. This candle opened and closed above the resistance. It's a really, really big sign. Remember, the bullish divergence is at our tips. It's ready to go. There's still a lot of naysayers. There's a lot of shorters. There's people that continue to short this market. They don't believe. They think this is a fake rally. And honestly, the only thing that may be fake is their belief in the short, or is their thinking that the short may take over. Honestly, we don't know what's going to happen. Anything is possible. You must remain open-minded at any given moment in time about almost every situation in life. That's how we got to Bitcoin in the first place. Most people, if you weren't open-minded, you wouldn't have got to Bitcoin because you sat there one day and you were like, what is money? And someone told you, oh, money is this, money is that. And you're like, most people just believe what they were told about money and they just live their life, But, a crypto lifer, someone that thinks differently goes, no. What, no. Like, this is a retest. This looks like Elon is about to pump to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here for this move on the 1 hour. On the 4 hour. The 1 hour is not technically in my favor, but it doesn't mean we can't, possibly not get stopped out here. I would watch this move for Elon. I would keep it on my radar. I would definitely watch this move for Elon. It already broke out of the bigger pattern that we have going on here. You see? And now it's retesting the previous resistance. If it holds that retest, this thing's going to moon. Let's look at our bigger time frames just to see if they're behind us. The 24 hour says no way. The daily has momentum. So we'd have to flip it. Again, I'd wait for another candle to close above this resistance point. Could make a double top too as well. But Elon, I think there's better out there, but Elon's looking pretty good. AIOZ, another decentralized idea here. Look how tight the moving averages are here. Look, our first coin hit. Look at that one. The last time we put a tight move, we nailed that one for about 37% gains. Let's see if we can hit another one. So what I like is that it bounced off the 200 SMA here, held this trend line. You can see it almost broke the trend line and came back into motion. See what I'm saying? Like, this is supposed to be fun, hot. Look. And then I hit find similar. How did it give any music like we just heard that was similar to that? Like, look, 103 BPM is not similar to a 120 BPM. These are all slower BPMs. I always try to do it by BPM, and then I don't know where it does the BPM. Find similar powered by ear. I don't know what it means, what that means. Find music that is similar to a specific part of the track. Interesting. Right? And this whole time, the music's been off. This whole time, the music's been off, and I've had it on. So you guys just went the whole stream without music. I'm so sorry. I've had music pumping the whole time. And let me put on my favorite track just to bring us back. No pay, no eat, no pay. Yeah, baby, no eat, no pay. Back in the game. I'm so sorry you didn't have the music. I was listening to music. You weren't. We were not vibing together. I greatly apologize. Every single time I'm live, I'm vibing with music. If you can't hear the music, I got to hit that chat. Let me see what was happening. I'm so sorry I didn't check the chat. $20 in Canadian revenue. You're amazing. Who are you saying that? Happy family long weekend from Canada. Much love from my family to yours. Thank you for teaching us. Shout out to David Coins in the house. God bless you, David. Thank you so much for the love, man. Hey, as long as you're living in love, man, I love you, baby. Shout out to the $44 in chat revenue. 634 people on the live. 373 likes on the live stream. 600 people around the world. Can you believe that? Love the music, but was listening to the lifer. Was listening to my own music. I tried to tell you, it's fine, brother. We're vibing to the charts. That was one of the first times ever I went that long without music. The music just helps me pump and gun, man. Keeps me going, baby. So, man, we put out Matter. Matter was a banger. I love Matter. Matter was one of the coins I've been talking about going over and over again. One of my low cap winners. Matter. Right? Antimatter, man. What you know about antimatter, right? And we put this out on 2/12. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. Now, it did, technically that was a stop out wick, in my humble opinion, but the initial trade still popped. So, yes, that was a stop out wick. Got us stopped out there for 5%. But it went back and forth, got tighter, could have redrawn, and this thing did eventually hit the bigger target of the bigger trade that we put out earlier. Also, when I put out the trade, I was telling you to wait for this drop. It dropped further down. Then it came back up. Buying the bottom of the pattern still was the entry technically, even though it fell back down, came back up. You see what I mean? So even though this was the trade, I'm saying, well, wait for this to come back down, though. That's why I don't like Signals Group, because nobody truly knows when to get into a trade. You know what I mean? And a Signals Group, I believe they're trying to get you to buy their bag so then they can jump out of the trade. So, like, I don't do that Signals thing. I really don't. I show you what I think is going to, what I believe could happen based on the charts, and then you got to put your own education to it. A Signals Group only gets you so far. Eventually, you won't have the skill, right? You keep taking signals. What happens when you get no signals? Can you make your own? I want you to find your own signal. I want you to be the signal, all right? That's what I'm attempting to do. Give you the self-confidence to find your own way in this game. That will change your life forever, all right? Anyone can just feed, pablum feed you. I want you to know who you are. I want you to change how you are, right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all for coming on in. And look at this shoulder, head, and shoulder for GXX game coin, right? Anything with a gamer coin it's called. It's already up a little bit from the move here, but I'm watching this thing, and it's one of those coins that could pump up to the 200 SMA on the daily. This is the Sammy. We got to name this. The Sammy 200 pump. The Lifer 200 pump, or the 200 Lifer pump. We'll call it the 200 Lifer move. But you pump up the Lifer move up to the 200 SMA. It starts and it just continues. There's a gap in the VRVP helping us out here. Very likely we'll probably get all the way up to 1 6/10 of a cent here on this idea. Let's take a look at the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency. The one night we can leave ES1 alone. And so let's take a look. We talked about this flag breaking out, right? We showed you this when it first started. The measured move was the length of wick to wick, and then we adjusted for the trajectory of the vertical move. Let me readjust this now, and deep house, baby. No eat, no pay. No eat, no pay, baby. By Jones Meadow. Shout out to everybody here on the live. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. All right? And I just had a poll going. Do you think the is real? I just want to know. I want to know what people think. I really want to know. Is it or is it not? I don't know. I just want to know what people think. You know what I mean? We'll leave that alone, but I'll go back to Twitter at another time. All right? Shout out to Mex Global. Mex Global is the place to trade, man. Mex Global, baby, is the place to trade. Shout out to Mex Global, man. Banging on them. They have all the newest coins. They always go after it. They're working with Alt Tradie right now to make sure things are working the way we want them to work. Really weird what's going on here. She throws this into the wall, right? And you can clearly see that after she does that, it's bad news. You know what I mean? it's bad news. Anyway, I'm always just checking out what's going on for my fellow peoples, and just, if it's out there, I'm going to put it out there. I'm not going to let you live blindly and act like you can't see something. If I see something, I will say something. I will not live blindly. I will put out what I see to the public, to the people. If you're my loved one and you're not hearing me, I'm going to tell you how I feel. And I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings. That's the one thing about an Aries. An Aries is going to tell you how it is. We're not going to cookie coat it. We're not going to lie to you. We're not going to let you lie to us. We're not going to let you perpetuate a lie to yourself. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. What's happening in the world? Bitcoin's happening. Do you really think Ethereum will flip Bitcoin? Explain. And how? How are all the biggest institutions just going to stop buying BTC in the trillions of dollars? They can't. My whole thing is this. They don't. Explain. What's going on, man? Can't write? Do you really think Ethereum will flip Bitcoin? Explain why and how. I want to know. I say no way. Actually, I don't want to say anything because I don't know what people are going to say. I don't want to push them anyway. Do you really think Ethereum will flip Bitcoin? Explain why and how. I want to know. I want to know. Shout out to the 11,000 people on Twitter. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the love. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. 825 beautiful souls on the live. The secret sauce right there, baby. Wow, 825 people bouncing in on that live. Pretty cool. Even on Twitter, man, we're getting views on Twitter. Shout out to Twitter, growing the channel. Doing damage out here. Shout out to the 600 people, 395 likes, $51 in chat revenue. Thank you for being here on this Saturday night. So total market cap, again, went well above the previous high. See, Bitcoin just breached this high. You get it? You see how they're different? Bitcoin just barely breached this high. This plowed through that previous high. However, we do have a bigger high to get through on the total market cap, 1.18. Bitcoin's not the same. So look, I've always been watching this idea here. And this is important. Watch. BTC, USDT here on Binance, right? And we'll take a look at it on an 8-hour time frame. And we're just going to vibe out here and we're going to take a look at the whole price action. So here's our high. We're breaking it. Like we broke that high as we talked about. We went over the deepness of this, right? That's Bitcoin. But when we go to the total market cap, not so much. We haven't broken this high. Now, this happened before. I saw Bitcoin break a previous high, but the total market cap did not. And I said, now, if Bitcoin can break the high, the total market cap's likely to break the high. Bitcoin is taking that money from the regular traditional markets and then redistributing it into the altcoins, in my humble opinion. Not all of it, but some of it leaves Bitcoin, goes back into the altcoins. And when that happens, I believe it's going to be the outlier that pushes the total market cap even higher, and then more people are going to buy into alts too. Like, you know what I mean? But you gotta heed this idea. Also, though, this is a shoulder. This is a head. That's a shallow little right shoulder. As much as people don't think it is, this is definitely an inverted head and shoulder that has a massive move to the upside, because technically you would take wick to wick, like that wick to this wick. This would be your neckline, right? Because you would have a diagonal neckline. You see, there's your shoulder. There's your head. There's your right shoulder. That has a beautiful measured move to the upside, right? Well above here, all the way to about $1.39 trillion, up a little more if I really readjust it to the neckline. And what I'm showing you here is the gap of the VRVP. You get above $1.08 trillion, and you get into the 1.1, you're likely to go all the way to 1.25. And this is 30K Bitcoin. This is why it's very likely that we do go to 30K Bitcoin. Look at how much juice we got here. And I have both the fixed VPR and the VPR here showing you the deal. Showing you the deal on the total market cap. So we have a lot of liquidity that held us down up here. Definitely looks like a bottom for me personally. A weekly bullish divergence, to me, definitely a bottom. A daily bullish divergence right here, to me, I'm 90% that was our bottom. Bitcoin never goes lower than that in the market cap. You know what I mean? Again, I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Anytime I thought that something couldn't happen, it can. So I'm open-minded to believe that anything is possible, and I keep that idea. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. All right? Anything is possible. So look, the total market cap right here getting rejected by $1.18 trillion right there. So that's the area that we have to get back above to remain bullish. You've got to get a daily candle right here. All right? And honestly, that's your 30K Bitcoin, and we got a gap right here. So it looks to me like it's not going to be that hard for the total market cap to make this move. All we have to do is find out if we end up flagging out here on the 4-hour. If we might even not even get a chance. This thing could continue to pump. We have what we're looking for. Let's take a look at the 1-hour time frame, and let's take a look. I mean, it's in this 1 hour, the 2 hour. They both want to blast. Look at this 2 hour time frame. I mean, look how aggressively it's pointing to the upside. Look at the lack of momentum on the MACD on the bearish side. This could fly. This looks absolutely insane to me. I can't believe what I'm looking at. So, 2 hour time frame could blast here. Measured move is the length of the pole. And you can see there's our pole. There's our pole. We've been doing this every single day without a break, constantly. No days off for 780 days straight, banging on them to the upside. And most people say you get burnt out if you live stream every single day. I don't get burnt out. Burnt out that's an opinion. You know, getting burnt out is a belief system. If you don't believe you don't get burnt out, you're not getting burnt out. You know what I mean? You just I took a nap today from like 6:45 to like 7:15. I was at my sister's house hanging out. I took a nap. I was sleeping with a dog. It's a picture of me sleeping with a dog. So look, I mean, $1.22 trillion. That's what we want to see here. 4.25%. Bang, bang, bang. I mean, that looks like it's coming on the total market cap. And that's going to be a big move for Bitcoin. So get excited. Get ready. I see a lot of moves coming. This is exciting for me. All right? Very exciting for me. ROSN on the radar. Let me take a look at ROSN. ROSN's been hot recently. I called it out right here with hidden bear bullish. It's up 100. Actually went up even more. 169% gains in total. This thing could moon. So, Sean, let me just send this to you so you have it. Because I don't know if we ever documented this. This one's insane. You know, it's only fair that I document all these insane moves that I've called out. You know, I used to actually call a lot of these out and never document them. What was that? Is that you? Yeah. Who whistled like that? You whistled? Yeah. How do you know how to whistle? Yeah. Get in the house. Yeah. Get over there. Yeah, you want some water? Yeah. All right. All right, I gotta go back to the charts, okay? I love you. I love you. She's almost 2. So look, let me send this to the team. Sean, thank you for everything. Jamie, thank you for everything. Everything on my team, thank you for every single thing you do. All right? I appreciate you all more than you would ever know. All right? And I'm very grateful for every single thing I have in my life. It's hard when you move every single day, constantly. The days blend together. And you realize, man, have I taken a moment in time to tell everyone how much I care, how much I love them? So I just want to make sure as we move fast, as we go, that you are loved so much, and I couldn't do it without my team. Because you give me mental stability, knowing that things are taken care of, things are on point, and that someone that is competent and cares is on the ball. You have no idea how much that helps me help others, because I can focus on what I need to focus on and not on anything else, right? So look, I mean, we technically were in this ascending triangle. We broke out, we came back in. We keep hitting this trend line, and we're making this beautiful falling wedge that could break out. Now, this thing has been hot. I got to tell you. I wouldn't be surprised if this 2 hour flamed. You know what I mean? With the Bitcoin move coming tonight or into tomorrow. You know what I've noticed about Asian markets? They FOMO. They love to short. They love to short. But I'm telling you right now, when they see that we start to buy, they go, oh my God. You know what I mean? Look at the 2-hour time frame. Falling volume with falling price. See this? Falling volume with falling price. RSI trying to make a bit of a move. Also, look at this. This will blow your mind. You have the RSI moving to the downside, while you have the price action moving to the upside. That is hidden bullish divergence. Okay? Hidden bullish divergence, which tells you that we're likely to make a move to the... yeah, it's not there, though. I'll tell you that. It's kind of here, though. You got to swing down here. However, I do kind of see it in that monumental way. But from that low to that low and that low to that low, no, okay, no hidden bullish. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. No, I'm right. I'm right. Hold up. Yeah. This swing to this swing is uptrend. This is downtrend. That's hidden bullish divergence right there. That tells you that we should make a move to the upside. So I would watch ROSN tonight. Tells me that 2 hours is about to blast. But you never know. Oh, you like Play-Doh? Yeah. 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 I don't want my daughter in the shop for some reason. You know what I mean? I've been like real wary of like people seeing my kids. You know? My other kid, I used to like, she grew up online on my show, and like, I don't know, man. I'm getting more and more popular. I don't know who's watching me. I'm starting to realize, you know, enough people are starting to mess with me enough. You know? I've had people just do weird things now. The more people that know you in the world, the more crazy people know you in the world. All right? I hate to say it, but that's the facts of life. So you want 40,000, followers on YouTube, you want 11,000 followers on Twitter, you want everyone to see your face, you want to be on all these big channels. You're going to see some weirdos that are going to find you. You know what I mean? So that's a fact. You know what I mean? That's just a fact of life. So look, I mean, if this trend line holds, this thing could get busy. This thing could get busy. Unbelievable. Here, come have one more sip of water. You're thirsty running around. You're going to pee all night now. You're so cute. I wish I could share how cute she was with all of you. You know what I mean? I wish I could do that. No. You don't take the glass by yourself. That's how daddy ends up in big trouble. Especially with my computer here. We need this stream to last. We don't want to ruin the stream, right, everybody? ROSN on my radar. And some nights I'm on fire, hundreds of coins. Some nights I'm just focused. Tonight I feel more focused. You know? Shout out to the super chats. Thank you for the love. Let's jump back in there. Let me get back into that chat. That chat moves. Sam, congratulations. We hit 40,000 subs. No way. 40,000 subs, baby. We hit 40,000 subs just now on the live stream. Yeah, babe.
Congratulations.
Shout out to Sam Price. Love your energy. How is MNET looking? And how long will you estimate it can reach the measured move? Alpha Omega. Shout out to Alpha Omega in the house. 40,000 subscribers and climbing. Thank you. If you haven't clicked that liker button, congrats, baby. Wow, a milestone, man. 40,000 subs. Man, I could cry right now. 40,000 subscribers. Unbelievable. What a day it is to be alive, man. 448 people liking that live stream. 650 people on the live. You people are unbelievable. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for the love. Man, it's been a long road to 40K. All right. 40,800 subs. I just wanted to see it myself. 40,008 subscribers. Unbelievable. Of course it's me. How could it not be me? You know what I mean? Anyway, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. 40,000 subs. It just, it makes me just think back. So Frax, I thought I did Frax. I did Frax share, but maybe not. Now we got Curve, LCX, Daily Time Frame, LBP, MUSE, ZCX, OpCat, ADA, and MNET. Wow, congrats. You worked so hard. You did it, bro. I love you, kid. I mean, 40K, to me, it did it, but you earned it, man. Congrats. Over, under, on crying. Not crying tonight, Gina. Not going to cry tonight. Lost money. My phone broke. Destroyed my toe. But you're good. That's a lot. Lost money. My phone broke and destroyed my toe. But you're good. Hey, man. I'm sorry. We'll get you back up and running. All right? Just keep coming back every day. 40K, man. I remember when you were under 10K. Let's go. Shout out to Stack McChange. 40K Tears of Joy. Shout out to the Crypto Lifer. He heard me. We love you, Gina. We love you, Gina. We're always watching. Over, under. I always see the ones that you want me to see. Like, you'll say like a few things, and then you'll talk about me crying. Like me being a baby, my baby whining like me, you know what I mean? And then those are the ones I'm going to see. Like, you'll get away with like a few light ones, and the one that really digs me, like, that's the one I'm going to notice the most. You and me, I don't know what it is. Like, we must have known each other in a past life. And I'm not, and people are going to think it's like we're flirting or whatever. It's really just, there's something about our energy, man. Like, you know, if you're a, whatever it is. Anyway, I'm not going to, I guess now I'm red in the face. Oh, man. Hey, man, put some music on. We want to dance. I thought I got music on. Oh, some hardcore music, right? Let's go to that trap. Yeah, let's celebrate. Let's celebrate those trap beats. I used to go trap beats, and it used to come up easily. You know what I mean? And it was just like one that I like. Yeah, that's all right. But that's not like... $40K. I used to do just like crazy nah, that ain't BPN. I like BPN. I'm 120. All right, 118 to like 100. Yeah, this is where I like my song, somewhere in here. 128 BPMs. Now I want genres with the right BPMs. You know what I mean? Dance, pop. The dance is going to be corny music. I'm telling you. The house is the best. I love future bass. How was that 120? That's what we're talking about. Let's go. 40K, baby. That's what you're talking about. That's what you need. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. Shout out to everybody here. Is it too late for me now? And I will always speak the truth. I don't care who puts me down for it. If I know the truth, I will tell you the truth. I don't care if you're my family member, my mother, my brother, my sister. You will always get the truth from me. And that's the one thing that people love about me. And you know what? Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes the truth hurts. But the facts are the facts, baby. When the sky is blue, the sky is blue. You know what I mean? When grass is green, the there's no, sometimes it's thoughts and opinions. Sometimes it's actual facts. Facts, baby, facts. If Bitcoin's going to dump, I'm going to tell you, I believe it's highly likely to dump. I don't care how big I want it to pump. I'm going to tell you the truth. Here on this channel, you're going to get the truth every single time. All right? Every single time. Had to go on a tangent, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? My daughter will be the same way, and she will push truth throughout this world. Hey, Lois, I think I'm going to grow a beard. Hey, Chris, go to your room before I put my foot up your ear. Hey, Gina, the next time you come to Quahog, I'm going to tell you Watch, you come to Quahog, you get it. Don't mess with the crypto lifer. He likes to cry. Don't make fun of his tears. Those are tears of joy. All right? He may let a little cry here and there. It's okay. Don't make fun of him. He's a sensitive guy, and I have to hold him after the show and make him feel better. And waste my time because I want to go to the bar and drink, so don't do it. All right? It's a waste of my time. Sick of holding that guy. He's a pain in the butt. Peter, you got to be nice to Crypto Lifer, okay? He's been through a lot. You know what it's like? You know, I'm Maki Mak. I've been through so much in my life. I played a cop, I played a fireman, and I know how to be there for people. I even played a paramedic, and I can hold them. I'll hold them. If you don't want to hold them, I can hold them. I can take care of it, Peter. It doesn't matter. I can take care of it, Peter. Sam, say I'm from Boston. I'm from Boston. My cousin from Boston. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate you all for being here. Sharing the most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I don't know if this mic dropped or something. It used to be clearer to me. I don't know. I don't know what's going on over here anymore. But we got 40K subs. Time to celebrate. We hit a big milestone tonight. The next big milestone is 50,000, and then we're on to 100K, baby. We get that 100K plaque, and we're going to change it off. Bang, bang, bang. Look, we talked about BRISE breaking out of this wedge. It did that. Now it's oversold in a flag. I'll tell you what, whenever you get a flag outside of a wedge, there's a highly likely chance that it continues to the upside. This also bounced off the 618 golden pocket right here, as you can see. I mean, what more do you want? This thing is awesome, sawsome. Tight moving averages in a bit of a flag, low on the stochastics. Even if this was a scalp move on BRISE, I would watch this flag for BRISE to the upside. I think I may have just tripped over a gainer. I may have just fallen over some gains. You saw those sevens that just came up there. They disappeared, but they were there for a second. Look at that, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. That's your measured move to 3, 3, 3s over here. This is a bit of a cup and handle here, see? On BRISE, making a bit of a flag here. This is a bit of a cup and handle too. I wouldn't be surprised if BRISE made 16% gains overnight. I'd be watching that 1 hour time frame looking hot. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taken as financial advice. I'm just going over BRISE because it looks good to me. Does it look good to you? I don't know. Do you have the education that I have? If you don't, come and get it every single Tuesday from 3 to 5:30 or the last Saturday of every single night. Jump on into class today. I can't wait to see you there. $60 if you're in the trading group. $99 if you're not in the trading group. Jump on in today. I don't know what to tell you, baby. I can't wait to see you there. Jump into class. Get the education. I got an education to change my life. It all starts with education. If you don't know something, if you're afraid of something, get an education and you won't be afraid anymore. If you're in fear, if you don't know all the facts, get the facts by learning the education. If you don't know about a virus, go to a medical person's YouTube channel and watch him explain how a virus is created. If you don't know about science, you can actually take quantum theory courses right now on YouTube. You can learn physics on YouTube. You can learn any single thing you put your mind to any single time you want. What's the difference between a doctor and you? A doctor is simply someone that went to medical school and put more information in their head than you. And they met a lot of patients, so they met a lot of different people too. They have data from people, but at the end of the day, they know about cell walls. They know about how your body works. They know about how the density of your bones. They know about bone marrow. They know about the blood vessels and how blood vessels move. They know about the ventricles in your... You can study this yourself, okay? Now, again, you won't have a quote-unquote degree, but you will know the same information to keep yourself healthy. Study, study, study. I never let my schooling interfere with my education. Mark Twain, famous quote of my entire life. I never let my schooling interfere with my education. Remember that. Hands down, baby. BRISE looks good to me. And I'm preaching tonight. I'm preaching. Because I'm sick of people letting lies be proliferated through this world. The truth has to prevail over time. At one point, the truth is not an opinion or a belief. It's real. The truth is real. All right? The truth is real. And eventually, everyone is going to know the truth. It takes time, but eventually everyone will know the truth. I'm sorry for some people that are having a hard time finding it or are afraid of it, but it is here for you. It is here for you. Whether you want to believe it or not, it is here for you. Look at JAR right here. Jarvis. This is a small cap AI gem that's been on my radar. Jarvis and JSMY. Those are my two J coins. My two little sleeper dark horses. Jasmine and Jarvis. Jasmine, baby. Jasmine. Jasmine, baby. Jasmine. I love saying it. I was saying it today with my wife. She had no idea. I was like, Jasmine, baby. Jasmine. She was just looking at me like I was nuts. But I was like, babe, it's Jasmine. You know? Now, risk 30% to gain 90. I would like if this had a easier way to do the stop loss. Maybe right there could be the caveat, but they might come get you there. We have a gap in the VRVP, so you could still get stopped out. Chance this still dumps to the downside. It's kind of a high-risk trade for me because I can't. It's too deep of a stop loss in my humble opinion. You know, I would like the stop loss somewhere here, but that changes this, you know. I mean, it raises the risk. So I guess I could go here and only raise 24. It's iffy. See, that's why you can't take my stop loss. You got to put the stop loss where you feel it makes sense to you, right? Never take someone else's stop loss. It's got to make sense for you. I like Jarvis. It may post. I'm not going to post it because it's high risk, but it may pump. But there's just no guarantees that it's going to pump, you know? All right, let's take a look back at the Super Chats. I know we have a lot coming in here that I got to clean up. I've just been roaming. I don't want to have to focus, but I have to. But Saturday night, I want to have fun. I know his Binary X disappeared from Binance. What does that mean, please? I don't know. Maybe it got delisted. I am not a wizard of all coins on life. No leftovers, Sam. Okay. Congrats on 40K. Okay, let's look at Curve and LCX, and then we'll go from there. We'll take it one step at a time. When you have a big list, you chop it into pieces, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 super chats. You people are amazing. This is insanity. $70 in chat revenue. Let's take a look at CRV. Curve on KuCoin. Okay. So it looks like I put out a chart for this, and it hit for massive gains. So look at that. I mean, look, we hit my target, 19% gains on CRV. Shout out to anyone that may or may not have taken this idea that I placed, but you can see that it played out quite nicely. Did I post this to the trading group? Let me take a look. CRV. And I did. I posted it on the 14th on Valentine's Day at 10 at night when my wife was going to sleep because, you know, I was going to try to say something funny, but I realized no matter where I went with that one, I was going to be in trouble. So I just decided to stop talking. Oh, my gosh. Anyway, CRV to the upside for 19% gains. I called another banger to the upside, and you can see the before, and there's your after. There's your before, and there's your after. Bang, bang, bang. Sean, we did it again. CRV to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. My gains, man. Love you, Sean, more than you would ever know. God bless your family, your mother, your father, your wife, and everybody in your life, Sean. You're the best, kid. Actually, you're a grown man now. You're the best, man. I'm old, so I call you a kid, but you're a grown man. I appreciate everything you do, Sean. I wish I had hair as nice as yours, but no one can be that great, you know? So it is what it is. He's got Elvis hair, man. The kid's got Elvis hair. It is what it is, you know? Sean, we love you, man. You're a true winner, man, in this world. So what's going to happen to CRV now? Well, it's overbought on the 1 hour time frame and dumping on you. So it needs to come on down. So look, what I see happening is this here. It's weird that when I bring it that loud, the music doesn't get loud enough. But we'll never know, right? What the true sound is in there. Or maybe there's a filter on there. Ah, there's a negative gain filter on the music. That's why. There, now the music, yeah, see, that makes sense. Yeah, that should be loud now. Okay. Now the music's right. That's why I was always having an issue with the music being too low. There was a gain on there that didn't need to be there. Excellent. Excellent. We should be good now. I kind of like the level now. But if it's too loud, you let me know. It takes me some time to figure it out, and then I'm back in the home studio, so. But, you know, that's the fun of traveling. You know, you don't get the same thing every day. You know, like what Ben said. I said I made a little mistake on the live. He said, you know what? If you don't have a mistake on the live, then you're not live, baby. He said, this is what it is. It's live stream, man. And he was like, as funny as he was being serious too. So look, rising wedges break down 68% of the time. You kind of have a double top, a slanted double top here. You had your fun already. You hit for 19% gains. You think it's going to keep going forever? No. It's going to have to pull back at one point. We take a look at our daily. Our daily's getting overbought too as well. Our 22 is peaking. And our 4 hour is getting overbought as well. Our 1 hour needs to come to the downside. I would expect to move down here to the point of control. So you're watching this 1 hour. And you want to see if you can kind of do something like this and maintain a flag. If you maintain a flag, then so be it. You're going to be in a good position. But it's most likely 68% of the time, this pattern is going to break to the downside. Remember how many of these we used to see? Because the bear market would come up, we'd get a pump, and I was like, rising wedge, rising wedge. When's the last time we saw a rising wedge? Lately, it's been bull pennant after pennant. Like, you see what happens as the market changes, the type of charts you see change, and the type of patterns you see change. And that's why you learn about certain patterns at certain times in the market. All right? Curve, LCX. Wow, it took us a while just to get to LCX. I think that's coming back down. I would look for a bounce here at 115. May even go to 109. But it could stay on a flag here. But this 1 hour does have to reset. And the other time frames also look to me like they need a reset. LCX, which I believe is LCX token. I like this project, right? Isn't it like Luxembourg or something? The only coin out of Luxembourg Bank or something? Something big. See how it's getting tight in the zone? It's weird how I have a setup on every single coin. Like, how is that possible? But I go over every coin in the game. So look, I have a setup for LCX just waiting here. 1 hour's coming down and it's still holding the trend line. Looks pretty good to me. 4 hours pushing up but didn't break the level. But it doesn't mean it can't just kind of go sideways. 22 is a little high for me. The daily has, not a huge fan. Tells me this may consolidate a lot longer. But I also like the project. This is a shoulder, head, and a shoulder, though. So you could just trade the head and shoulder and see if you get a move to the upside, regardless of what we're seeing. Maybe we make another right shoulder. It almost tends to me that we're going to extend and possibly come back down here first, you know. But anything is possible. I would keep this on the radar, LCX. 4 hour looks okay with momentum. 1 hour looks okay with momentum. The bigger time frames don't look amazing, right? Our 3 day, like everything is probably, actually the 3 days in a better spot than most coins. Which tells me that this actually may be ready for a pumpage. So let's let this, you know, the 333 chart looks good to go too, right? 333 minute, the 333 minute chart. What do you know about that? What you know about that? Now you do, all right? That's what you know. That's what you know, okay? You know about the chart now. Now you're a chart master. Shout out to the 566 beautiful people. 500 likes on the live. Show number 776. Tomorrow is show number 777. It's the 777 show. I like LCX. Deep stop loss, 25% to gain 76. Again, it looks like it could get covered. We may get more sideways price action, but I like what I'm seeing for LCX. Let's see if we can trade the 333 minute time frame for tonight on LCX. And just know I do like to post detailed charts, but when I'm on my live running through, I'm lucky enough just to get out what we're getting through. And if I see something worth it, I'm going to want to put it on your radar, right? So, and sometimes I'm just watching consolidation, and that's all I'm telling you. I'm just watching consolidation. This chart is in a better position than 50 other charts that I looked at or hundreds of other charts that I looked at. So I want to put it on your radar, right? I want to be nice enough to say, hey, here you go, my man. There it is. Damn, wrong link sent for CRV. It's weird because I clicked on it like 5 times. You know what I mean? Like I just kept clicking on it like this. And now it looks different too, you know? I could hide it and brought it back on, but whatever. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the people subscribing. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. 40,000 subs and climbing. On our way to 50K, man. Something about getting that 3 off your back. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, oh, he's a 30 sub guy. You know, no. He's in the 40s now. He's a big boy now. You know, I used to be excited when I was 8K, and I was like, what will I think when I'm at 14,000 subs? Then I remember one day I was outside, and I was like, man, I can't wait to be at 20,000 subs. I was like, wow, when I get to 20,000, like, I'm going to be like, then you hit 20,000 and you're like, you just want to get to the next. Like every time you hit the milestone, it's not as big as you thought it would be. You know what I mean? But then you look back and you're like, man, I knew when I got here. Like, it's pretty cool though. What I love the most about YouTube is you get what you put in. You know, some people may grow faster or differently or back and forth, but you get what you put in, right? You get what you put in. So I'm looking at this WMT, which is, look at this, like, it's got a shoulder, head, and a shoulder there. You see that? That might bounce for a quick little gain. It's probably a very low cap gem. I've never researched this coin. I know nothing about it. Probably a very low cap gem. It's like trading penny stock sometimes, but World Mobile Token, I'd watch that. That's a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder to the upside. And again, whoever's watching gets to see that. I'm not going to post that. That's a freebie for the watchers. We talked about Like, and Like absolutely ripped to the upside. Another big gainer for me. Like for 53% gains. I put out Like before it happened. I talked about it. Sean, Like. I'm just putting this in the Discord window, Sean, just because it's the one open, and it's easy for me as I'm moving at the speed of light here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for jumping on in. What, did people go to sleep? We lost some people in the chat for whatever reason. Shout out to the crypto chart god, Sam, the cup and handle price. Thank you so much, man. Just be rise and chill, man. I feel you. Time frame LBP. Daily time frame LBP. Well, I like that he asked for one time frame. It's kind of nice. I don't know why I had to put a semicolon in there. Launch block. It's not my opinion. I like in my sleep in the middle of the night. Like, it's not my opinion. I swear, it's not my opinion. I scream it in the middle of the night. It's a fact. It's real. Like, I struggle when people put lies in my face and tell me that they're a belief or something like if the sky is blue, the sky is blue. You know what I mean? I don't know. I had a discussion today that just still sitting in my head, you know? And I'm torn between like being a nice guy and telling people the truth. You know what I mean? I'm torn. Anyway. And it has nothing to do with the internet. Just it was a personal thing that I was going through in my life. But it just, you know, I let it out on my stream. My stream is a great place to just let it out. Shoulder, head, and a shoulder here. 35% for launch block protocol. Getting tight. You wanted the daily time frame, though. But, you know, you got to look at all time frames. The daily does want to push to the upside. I like what we're seeing here. And it actually looks really nice, too. It's in a tight zone. Kind of a cup with a handle here. You had your low. We've seen this, too, at low. It bumps up. You know, Billy MacD showed us this. It lows, it pumps up, goes sideways, and then the massive pump comes. Again, look, we have the 200 outlier waiting. So I think you see what I see. That could go up 115%. LBP. And now, look, we right-click that, and we add it to the bunched up 200-day SMA list. Which, look, I'll flash it for a second. I shouldn't flash this because I worked my butt off for it. And honestly, you should join the trading group to see this. But I'll flash it, all right? And then it's gone. But honestly, the amount of money that can be made out of that list is insane. And you'd have to kind of figure out what we're talking about and how we're working it. But, dude, LBP is another one that could make that move to the upside. I see what you're seeing. Shout out to you for being here. Shout out to MUSE. Let's take a look at MUSE USDT here on CoinEx and Gate.io. I don't know what MUSE is. I've never seen it. MUSE on Gate.io. Gate.io tends to have like pretty small liquidity, no? CoinEx might be just as bad. All right, well, look what it did. It did what we talked about. It pumped up to the 200 SMA. You see that? The tight moving out. This is nuts. Another coin. You pick a coin, it does my little tip and tricks. I can teach you how to just do things in this market, gymnastic flipping on these charts that you never thought even possible. Who wants to gymnastic flip with me on these charts? Who wants life revision? Take the course with me every single week. I teach this course. The course is draining for me to teach. I talk for 2.5 to 3 hours straight. I have to push my mind of all the different concepts. I have to think not to let you slip because everything I say, I have to be like, well, make sure I say this. Like sometimes I bring up the stochastics. Then I want to bring up stochastics anomalies. Then I want to show you sometimes it does this. Sometimes it does that. Sean, I love you, man. I don't just love you. I love you, Sean. You have no idea, bro. You help me complete other people's lives in such a way because you take such a thought burden. Like, I don't have to think. Like, I know it's getting taken care of. I know I'm in kids gloves with you, man. Like, everything that I need is getting taken care of when it comes to my team. You have no idea what that means for me. It's a really big deal for me personally. Like, does a lot, man. It helps me focus on what I need to focus on so I can progress. So, like, you help me progress in life. You're the best, bro. You're the best. Like, it doesn't get better. Like, I got the best in the entire world. I know that. It doesn't get any better. You know, we can improve as a team, all of us. Like, you know, just because progression is the true key, right? Like, we always want to be moving, but man, you're awesome. Look at this. I mean, let's draw a fib on this on KMA, which is calamari. All right. And I believe that's a super chat. I hope I'm doing a super chat now. Everything has to be a super chat now. We got so much out here. Oh no, I did cat. I'm doing KMA, not cat. Anyway, this bounced back to the 706. It's now sitting very close to the golden pocket. The 4 hours ready to rip. This thing looks like it could get a big move to the upside. I'd wait for the 1 hour to cool off, but you know, and maybe the 4 hour just pushes it to the upside too. I'd watch calamari. It's been hot recently. A lot of decentralized coins have been pumping. Sushi has been pumping, right? We know about these food coins, burger, calamari, when they all started coming out. Sushi swap, it was ridiculous, right? Pancake swap, people are like, what? Pancake swap? Like, dude. And someone must have come up with the most popular foods. They must have done some psychological research on that. I don't know, but. So look, I like a 4-to-1 risk reward ratio. Risk 18 to gain 69%. Calamari. 4 hour time frame could bake. And even if the 1 hour comes back down and bounces, we should be okay with a bounce up to 786 Fibonacci level. So calamari looks pretty good to me. All right. I definitely would keep calamari on the radar. 4 hours ready to rock Toshi. It's ready to rock a Toshi. And shout out to everybody here on a Saturday night. And we're going to jump on out here not too long from now. About 2 hour live stream. We've been kicking it. Usually I'm out of here a little quicker. KMA. Calamara. And I'm posting it to the wrong spot. I'm in Sean. I posted it to you, Sean. It's not easy doing 100 things at once. But we manage. See, the 1 hour may need to cool down, but maybe it doesn't. Okay. Okay, we're going to get through every single chat here on this Saturday night. And dude, BOOKMAP running smoothly. So we got BOOKMAP running. This laptop, I shouldn't say a word, right? Let's just say blessings on blessings. 24,690, Bitcoin going flat as we suggested. Just really nothing happening tonight. Just market just kind of dripping in. No big whales want to jump in on a Saturday night. People are busy. People are busy. Let's take a look at ZCX. Unison. I traded Unison recently in a flag and it pumped right here. See, kind of. Actually, it's now in a big cup and handle. See that? That didn't play out. You see, maybe it made a little scalp. Technically, wouldn't have traded the stop. I would keep a stop at the next support system, but. And not every single time that I post a chart is it going to play out. That's a fact. Let's just make that really clear. All right. I do the best I can. All you can do is put in as much effort as you can and know that you didn't lie to yourself, that you worked as hard as you could every single day of your life. If you put it in all the way, then you put it in. All right. Like I had to take a nap before this stream because this stream takes out a lot out of me. My back muscles right now are tense. Because I'm leaning forward, going through the charts. My back hurts a little bit. I'm not complaining. I'm just letting you know, like, this is work. I'm not sitting here just relaxing. My brain is moving at the speed of light. My hands on the mouse. Like, no joke, baby. No joke. We here every single day. It's not easy. If you think this was easy, everyone would be here every day. Are they here every day? No, they're not. It's not easy. 24 hour looks like we could make a blast to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here. We get above the point of control. This thing could make bacon on the beach. All right. It does have a golden cross. I like what I'm seeing there. Let's take a look at our daily. Daily's overbought too as well. So it looks good. However, the 4 hours not in our favor. It's a little overbought. That worries me a little bit, or suggests that maybe we come up, come back down, and we could bounce off of the golden pocket at 0.97 maybe one more time. 1 hour looks good to me though. So the only time frame in the way is the 4 hour time frame. All the other time frames look pretty good to me for Unison. And honestly, because it's a cup and handle, it probably most likely will have a bigger move to the upside, but still 89 to 90% gains out of Unison. So it's on my radar. I like what I'm seeing on the time frames. Let's look at our daily. Do we have the 200 as the outlier? No, we already got above that, so that happened. But you can see it played out the way we wanted it to. Now we're on the other leg of this line. You get it? All right, so here. I like what I'm seeing for ZCX. You might have picked up what I'm picking up. 4 hours just breaching. I mean, I've seen the 4 hour cross this line and just blast too. So You know, I mean, aggressive entry is now, but it depends. Like, you have to figure that out for yourself. But Unison does look like it could make a big gain, though. I would definitely keep it on the radar and watch it. However, the 4 hours, 4 hour may need to change. For me, when I see the 4 hour indecision like that, but the other time frames, I enter the trade with a deeper stop loss. That's what I do. But again, you have to make these decisions for yourself. One day you're going to make that decision. Then you're going to have a, you know, that's going to be a habit of yours. So I have a habit now, but you've never done it. You can't create a habit. I have a habit of what I do in this situation. That's the difference between an experienced trader and someone just getting in. Like, it's going to take you 2 to 3 years to gain the habit that I've created over years of time. You know what I mean? And the habit's going to be like, well, when this happens, I usually do this because, you know, it's played out for me in the long run, right? So the 1 hour oversold, 22 and the daily. Four hour is the one to watch here. It could be the outlier that ruins the trade. The 4 hour could be the outlier that ruins the trade. It really could. Hands down. You know what I mean? No guarantees here. Wow, a lot of super chats tonight. You guys are bombarding the chat. I love it. I love it. I'm not hating on it. I love it. Let's take a look at OPE, CAT, Cardano, and MNET. Let's take a look at optimism. Optimism is what everybody wants. Closest thing to price discovery. You have to remember that. And so it's been mean, right? I saw it in this tight channel recently, and I just had to say, I mean, I'm not sure what it's going to do. You know, now you look, the 4 hours looking pretty good. And now if you look at this, kind of like a shoulder and head and shoulder that broke out. We can smooth this out here. And honestly, you know what it looks just like? Is CRV. CRV was just in this exact kind of little, you know, and honestly, it's Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin did the dip. Everyone's following Bitcoin, you see? You get it? And even this, like, there's the dip, and then the sideways action. There's this, there's the dip, and there's the sideways action. It's weird. You'll get like miniature, you know, patterns that resemble each other inside of themselves. I see this a lot too. Fractals on fractals. It's pretty nuts. So this suggests that the 4 hour will break to the upside for optimism. Is that price discovery? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, I mean, you only get a wick there. So you break above. I mean, to me, you're in price discovery because when you look left, all you have is a wick. When you look left and all you have is a wick, there's a high likelihood that this thing is going to move. You bounced off this level of support right here where you had, you know, your last kind of, you know, minutia of movement, and then you're bouncing off even more, right? So when I look at this, the 1 hour is getting oversold, all right, and could flip at any moment. If the 15 and the 7 are both low, that tells me that 1 hour is likely to flip. 15 minutes pushing hard. Look at that. I mean, I like that. 7 minute is pushing up with momentum as well. This is interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if OPE is a buy tonight and it gets a pop and low liquidity vibe tomorrow because it's in price disco. You have to understand these concepts. See, someone that hasn't traded these markets for years, they don't even know what price disco is. Like, I had a student, he's been my student for 7-8 months. We've never seen price discovery yet on any coin because we've been in a bear market for 9 months. So say you went and you started listening to someone that's only been trading for 9 months and they don't know price discovery. They're not going to be able to teach you that. They're not going to know that. That's why you don't want to, really, you want to have it. If you're going to get mentored, you want someone that's been doing it for, I say, 10 years or more. You know, or at least verifiable that they understand all the concepts that can come your way. All right, I like what I'm seeing for OP. It's close to price discovery, you know, and this is a big deal. All right, close to price discovery, and that's the thing. You can have as much skill as you want. You can be a really good chartist, and you can know everything about your charts and fibs. But if you just haven't lived through a bull market coming down and a bear market coming up, then you just don't got it. You don't got it. You don't got it yet. You need to live through that market to get what you need. Now you will do that, and that will get you to the next level. So God bless you if you're doing that. All right, because you will get to the next level, but you got to put in that work. All right. OP USDT close to price discovery. I like what I'm seeing for OP optimism. I would keep it on the radar. 4 hour also looks like a blast easy, so watch that closely. All right, watch that closely. Okay, let's look at CAT. CAT, one of my favorite coins in the game. You know it, Cambria, right? And CAT already pumped up hard today. We talked about the fact that it could move. Oh, no, CAT didn't. Cara did. Sorry, I got confused. CAT's an AI coin that I really like. The 1 hour is getting tighter and tighter. All the AI coins are doing this. They're coiling up closer. Aura Chain's doing this. AGIX is doing this. Man AI is doing this, right? AI is doing, Man is doing this. AI is doing this. VXV is doing this. You name it. They all look very, very similar to Cambria. Every time I've traded CAT, and I've traded CAT in a tight channel here for a pump. I traded CAT in a tight channel here for a pump. I traded CAT for a tight channel here for a pump. I traded CAT for a tight channel here for a pump. This coin, honestly, I can't remember. You know, I truly don't think we've lost a trade on this coin. It has been so good to me, to the trading group. CAT Cambria. It's AI. Wait for this 4 hour to curl. Come on down. The 1 hour is pretty beat. 22 hours ready to rock, right? Actually, Daly's got the oversold bounce. 22 hour, the moving average is a little far away from me. This sketches me out. When I see that, it tells me to be careful, right? When moving averages get that far apart, all right? So I'm a little weary for that. I'm just being honest. You know, I'd like to say it's all gravy, but I got to be honest. The 4 hour looks really good. 4 hour setting up for some type of big move here. I like what I'm seeing for the 4 hour. We bounced off the golden pocket already, the 706. We're hanging at the 618. I mean, I've put this out to the whole group. I've talked about it. I'm waiting for the 4 hour to flip. So what you're doing is you're waiting on that 4 hour just to start to turn, which I believe could happen at any moment in time, right? So I like what I'm seeing for CAT. This thing has been a great coin. It's AI. AI has been hot. There's a lot of buzz for this. This is a low cap game, a low cap gem too. Cambria. Cambria is definitely on my radar. Something to watch, something to pay attention to. Cambria. All right. I'm watching for the 4 hour Stokes to flip positive. To flip up, we could say. Because negative or positive doesn't matter. I like a positive short trade, right? Making money is positive. So shorting isn't negative. Longing isn't positive. I don't like to look at those things in that manner, right? Because that's kind of a bias that you don't want to look at things in that way. Okay, Cardano and MNET, and I think we're going to be kind of getting through to the end here. Shout out to everybody on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's take a look at Cardano on the radar here on a late Saturday night, 10 o'clock at night. It feels late because in the country it's dark. It's dark out here. It's darker than the darkest nights of the darkest, darkest dark. The blackest, blackest black. A night you can't even see your hands because it's so dark. Look, Cardano, right? 40 cents. I mean, did it bottom down here at 25? Where did it go? 25 cents, possibly 24. No, it went to 23.77. It's got a bit of a shoulder ahead and a right shoulder now. It's in a giant cup, all right? We look at our daily time frame the most for Cardano. Honestly, Cardano is not something I would trade a lot. It was just something I would hold for the long term. I hold Cardano long term, got in at 2 cents. I'm still holding a 20x on Cardano, if you can believe that. I'm still holding a 20x on Cardano just 3 years ago. 4 years, less than 4 years ago that I bought it, right? 2017. Then I bought some, but I bought more at 8 6/10 of a cent at let's think, at like November 2020. And that's up still a 5x. And that's only 3 years to 5x your money. I mean, that's not that bad. That's about a 1.5x a year. If you told me I was going to 1.5x my money every single year, I'd be pretty happy for 3 years straight doing that. So even though Cardano is one of the worst performing assets, it came all the way up and came all the way down. In 3 years, it's still outperforming the stock market, hands down. All right? So just think about that. So Cardano, I mean, you can see it as bounce, bounce, bounce. So it's big resistance right there. All right. If it gets above that zone, we can get a move. The daily wants to move, but you know, it depends on Bitcoin, what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin breaks above its zone. The total market cap breaks above the zone. So here, I'm going to do this. And I mean, this is what I see happening. An ascending triangle. We just want to respect this trend line for Cardano. Daily could roll on us a little bit here. All right. 4 hour pointing up. And again, at the end of the day, this may not make that ascending triangle. We could get a push right out of the zone above the point of control. This would be a really good place to load up if we bounce off of it because it's a high volume node and we would get through this area too. So it would show that we had the momentum, we bounced, and then we're likely to continue up. So a trade from about 44 cents all the way to about 58 to 60 cents looks like a nice trade. And then you'd only have like 2 resistance levels on your way up there. So that's kind of how I look at things. I try to plan them out before they happen. That's what I'm looking at for Cardano. All right. You may not like it. You may love it. I don't know. It's completely up to you, but that's just kind of my take on Cardano. Let's take a look at MNET. MNET tanked. It's supposed to look nice. I'm upset. It didn't do what it was supposed to do. You know, all the coins are supposed to do what they're supposed to do. MNET didn't do that. It was in this tight channel, and it dropped to the downside. Let me show you. See this? We got stopped out on MNET. Not happy about it. All right? Not happy. It happens, though. Getting stopped out is part of the game. Knowing what your risk is and hitting that risk. You know, like Mark Douglas said, the only thing that you can control is how much you're going to lose in the trade. It's the only thing that you actually can control is how much you actually will lose in the trade. Everything else is up to predictability, and we just really don't know what could happen. Right? We don't know. So backing off this here. This came down, bounced off the 200. Moving averages got super tight. 4-hour pump, but you couldn't get above the resistance. For some reason, MNET has major resistance at 0012529. All right? And, you know, 012, yeah, you got basically 01263, really. This point of control. You get above it, that's going to be your move. You are forming a falling wedge flag, you know, which is nice. You are bouncing off the golden pocket in the 706, which is even nicer. Okay? You just got a golden cross on the 22, and you got tight moving averages as well. However, you're getting high on the momentum on the 22. The daily wants to continue to push, right? Thing is, once you get above the 200 SMA on the daily, you should get a bit of a pop to the upside. Like, that's what we're looking for. How big of a move could come? And look, it pumped up to the 200 SMA. For instance, always good thing to sell when you hit the 200, because look how it came back down after the fact. Now, some keep plowing away. You never know, but that's why you take the gains that you want. You don't worry about the chart. You take the gains that you want. Don't worry where the chart went after the gains you had. Just leave it be. So possible shoulder and, you know, move. I could see this pumping on the daily. I like what I'm seeing. 22 hours a little sketch. The 1 hour is a little sketch. And the 4 hours a little sketch. So I'd look for this to curve on down. I'd at least put an alert on the 1 hour before I jumped on in. Again, the whole market could rip and this thing could fly. You even have a shoulder, kind of a head and shoulder on the Stokes, which is interesting to me. It's giving me some mixed signals, but, you know, you could get a move here. And even here could be a tighter channel. See this? And maybe you break out of this and you accept this trend line. Not sure about MNET. It's giving me some weird vibes. The 1 hour will have to cool off a little bit. And honestly, it could pump all the way to the moon tonight. And I could be completely wrong. The daily looks like it could fly. All right. No leftovers, Sam. I don't think I did any leftovers. Are we good? Are we good, Gina? Do we make it? Peter Echo, love learning. Life of friend. ETH looking ready to rip. We'll take a look at that. I tried always. She sat next to me. Superchat, SHIB, MONI, DOGE, MARSH, DOGE chain. Our friends want to know why you love 333 and the story behind it. Where did the three... Well, honestly, I was online. I started doing the near-death experience stuff, right? I started researching the Freemasons and the 333 degree. And then I got into, you know, Nikola Tesla and the 369. And then I started playing with numbers and I got into Fibonacci. And then I just started seeing the number randomly. You know, I'd get a paycheck. It would be on the 33. I dated a girl one time and her paycheck was 333, the first one she got. Once I told her that I don't know if she was playing me, started thinking it was a cool, you know. And then it just started happening over and over and over. And then I tried not to see the number. Like, people say, you're making the number happen. And honestly, my wife would, like, buy something and it would be $33. Like, I'd go somewhere, it'd be 33. Like, it happened yesterday. Today it happened. I went and got something at a store. I was order number 33. And I said to the woman, look, I'm 33 on the thing. It was at this place that we went to. It happened today. Happens all the time. You know? So, yeah, I just started seeing it. And I used it to my advantage. When I saw it, I would go towards it. If someone's like, should you go here, should you not go here? And then I go there, and then the car drives in front of me, and they have a 333 on the license plate. To me, it's like a little message to keep going in that direction. So I've been using the 333 to kind of keep me away from the devil. Honestly, I find it like a spiritual little like pathway for me, and I've been keep using it. Now the 77 is starting to come, and I didn't ask for it. I didn't plan on it. I didn't want the 77, but it's here, and I'm seeing it. You're seeing it too. So I don't know. The numbers seem to follow me around. We'll go from there, and that's kind of the story of the 333. All right? On the 33. Then you meet other people that have the similar situation with the 333, and you're like, I see it too. I met a good friend of mine. He's like, my mother always said the tree, you know? And it's like, and we're good friends now. It's just weird. So it tends to follow me around. I use it to my advantage. It makes sense. It is what it is. I don't fight the feeling, if that makes sense, you know? I go with the vibe of that frequency. Guys, the super chats are out of control tonight. It's a Saturday night. I'm trying to go to bed. My kids are in the other room. You guys just keep sending in super chats. We're going to have to close it off. SHIB, MONI, DOGE, MARSH, and DOGE chain. My back is killing me because I'm not at my stand-up desk. I have to kind of lean forward a little bit. Midnight pump coming. Basic mathematicals. Fun superstition, Sam. Jesus was 33 years when he died, crucified and resurrected. Yeah, I guess. I'm standing on 33rd like Jesus and Bird. You know what I mean? I wrote that line when I was standing on 33rd Avenue, 33rd Street and 8th Ave. I was outside of the Madison Square Garden. I'm standing on 33rd, thinking Jesus and Bird, absurd with the word, push forth with the verb. No. Anyway, I could go on online. Anyway, SHIB is getting tighter in the zone. It's in a cup and handle. To me, it's only a matter of time. It keeps trending. Something's happening with this coin. Shibarium has been trending on and off for the last 2 weeks over and over and over again. I don't even care about the momentum indicators. Honestly, we're above a point of control. As long as it stays in this flag, I don't see how it's not going to go up 73%. I would keep your eyes on SHIB. SHIB is likely to blast. That's a public statement. Again, nothing I say should be taken as financial advice. We don't know what's going to happen. SHIB could dump all the way to the downside in 2 seconds. But highly likely that this could get a bit of a move here. So I'm watching SHIB very, very closely. It's got an Adam and Eve double bottom that really should be respected. It's now come and retested the point of control and bounced off of it. It's got momentum on the 4-hour time frame. I don't know what else you want, but I mean, SHIB is looking good to me, and we've been tracking it closely as a team. All right. Second, you said you seen the 33. I subbed because I seen it as a sign myself as well. See that? See? And you might become one of my elite traders in the game. We never know what our relationship could become of the 33. Sam, I hope you saw my Instagram share. I do not look at Instagram ever, so no. I have been on Instagram maybe 10 minutes in the last 2 months. I don't sit on Instagram and scan Instagram. I scan the charts, so it's very unlikely that I would see an Instagram post, but I will go and see it now that you've mentioned it, Jimbo. God bless you. Your tip for Matic, anything under $1, you buy and hold. I mean, yeah. On screen, literally, as you're talking about it, 333 slides through on the screen. 33%. Yep. Holy Trinity, man. And go. Super Chats, MONI, DOGE, MARSH, and DOGE chain. All right. Monster Infinite. I thought I already went over this morning in my trading group. It pumped hard. Came back down for the retest. Right? What is this wacky music? Like, this music is horrible. Like, how do they do this to me? Like, I don't notice it, and they turn it into some kiddie funk when I'm listening to some hot, like sauce. Like, I don't understand this. How do they do this to me? Epidemic sound. Like, you guys are either you're pushing other people's garbage music that I don't want to hear. I don't know what you're doing, but it's pissing me off. Let's listen to Thomas Seidelberg and see if he can keep us going with the house. I don't want future bass. I don't want soft house. I don't want dubstep. I want house. I want house. FET's been on the radar for days. We love FET. I don't know which chart I want to show it on. The Coinbase chart or the USDT chart. Looks like it's about to blast. Everything looks hot tonight. Honestly, like, we could get a Saturday night pump, midnight pump. I'll probably have to, see, that's the thing. I have to trade now. I have to shut this down, this stream down, and I got to sit and trade myself. I got to go through all the coins that I want to get into, and I got to figure out where the money is. And I got to get that. I had to get paid as well. This 2 hour looks about to blast on FET. It's so tight, at a point of control. Again, always have a stop loss. Look, 77% gains with the 33. See that? But let's take a look here. Okay, so fat USDT on the 2-hour time frame pushing to the upside. Lack of bearish momentum on the MACD. Falling volume with falling price also expresses a move. Low, high, higher, low. You just got to put in a higher high to keep the trend alive. I like what I'm seeing for FET. When you drew a fib, it already bounced off the 0.618. It had hidden bullish divergence. Told you that we could blast. It gets above this high volume node. It's gone. FET is on my radar for a possible blast to the upside. If it's moving, we're going to find it, everyone. If it's moving, we are going to find it. We're going to put in all the effort, in all the detailed effort. We're going to search until we find the gains. If you make yourself relentless, then you will become that. If you make yourself relentless, then you will become that. If you make yourself relentless, then you will become that. Amen. If you make yourself relentless, then you will become that. Not many people know what relentless is. I do. I'm relentless. I won't stop until you get it. And if you don't get it, then I'm gonna keep going until you do get it. Boy, I like this setup. Nice setup, man. So cool to see me in so many setups. Look at this guy's setup. Looking nice, man. You're gonna be sitting there in the zone. I love it. There's my stream right there. This is so cool. Around the world, baby. Around the world on a Saturday night. Who would have thought? Okay. I didn't pass out MONI. I'm going to do MONI. Kid Funk. We are in to take care of our family's battle. I know. I thought that was coming from my other screen. I'm an hour, 4 minutes behind trying to catch up on 2X. Funny, man. I don't know what relentless is yet, but I know I gotta stop. No. But I know gonna stop. No. But I'm not gonna stop. No. MONI, DOGE, MARSH, and DOGE chain. If you make yourself relentless, you will become that. I like that quote, Sam. I know. Crazy, right? I just made it up. Really, on the live. Out of nowhere. Tenacious. Stay tenacious. Remember Tenacious Tim? He was in the group, man. He'll probably come back. These people all come back when they see the money. They realize that they should never have left. The money is here, baby. The money is here. I put out TOKO, continuing to pump off support. Look at that thing holding. Went up, came back down, went up again. TOKO. Banging on them to the upside. TOKO. Let's take a look at MONI, Monster Infinite. I think these are the most super chats you guys have ever given me on a night. I mean, where are we at in chat revenue right now? Only $90. It feels like I got like $500 in super chats. Feel like Discount Tuesday over here. So I talked about Monster Infinite, and I went over the idea that it could make a right shoulder and then bounce to the upside, right? And we went over this in my trading group, and I was projecting the idea that we would come back down to this channel and get oversold on a possible time frame. You never know exactly how it's going to happen. You can't be perfect, but like this is it. I thought the circle could come somewhere to the bottom of the channel. No, the circle's getting hard to pick up. Yeah, there we go. Now, sometimes it breaks out and it doesn't reset, and that's why I put that circle there, because you're not sure. We can get rid of that now because we did come to the bottom of the channel. Those were the two scenarios, because you have to be open-minded and then you don't know. Now, Monster Infinite looks good in the bigger time frames, and it could make a bit of a move here. So here you go. Now you kind of see what's happening. That would be the aggressive entry technically for Monster Infinite. So something that we're looking at now, it did come back to the bottom of the channel. Possibly could be the move there. Again, it could dump all the way to the downside. You're taking the risk when you take the trade. All right? Remember that. When you decide to take Monster Infinite, it's because you decided it was a better trade than something you saw. Never trade based on what I'm looking at. All right? You have to have your own education, and it has to fit your trading style. Do you have a trading style? If you do not have a trading style, then you need to get education. I teach education every single Tuesday from 3 to 5:30, and every single Saturday, the last Saturday of every month. I don't like this coin too much right now because it's so low cap, it's high risk, but it also, all these coins are starting to make a move. Anything that was big in the meta space is starting to make a bit of a move. I'm looking at Dimitra, still on my radar too as well. I'm personally in that trade. Shout out from Marlboro, Mass. Shout out to my man Big and Tall from Marlboro. God bless you. Looks like the AU tokens are letting the 3-day reset. They are getting nice and low. I like that. Doge and Marsh and Doge chain. I looked at Doge yesterday, so we just have to look at what I put out and then go over it 2 seconds quick. So look, Doge, did it pop? Interesting. 15-minute did move pretty nice. So Doge is trending, all right? I saw it here in this cup and handle. It bounced to the upside. However, the daily didn't have a lot of gas. All we want to see is Doge just stay in this tight channel till eventually it breaks to the upside. That's what I'm seeing for Doge. It's got a lot of hype for it. Unless the market takes a horrible downtrend, I don't see how Doge is going to dump. But anything is possible. You never know. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. You know, Doge could dump. We don't know. Right now, the daily looks pretty good. 22 hours a little spent on a lot of these coins suggests that we go sideways for a little while and find our way. Bitcoin could even pump, and this could go sideways. So, you know, when the daily time frame of the moving averages are very tight, price likes to pump to the 200 MA time frame. Very smart. Who told you that? You sound like a good guy. Sounds like a good guy told you that. Can you DT on Neo, please? No way. I'm trying to get through all these super chats, man. You can see me, and you're trying to slide a freebie in there. Like, let's be honest. You know what I mean? I'm doing cartwheels and backflips to get through all these super chats, and you're trying to slide a freebie in on me. You know what I mean? I get it. I'm flattered that you want the TA. Like, I'm flattered. I should be so, but this is insanity. But that's what I see happening for Doge, man. And it's not in a great spot. I mean, the 22 is a little overbought for me. You know, 4 hours pushing up, it could make a huge move. Anything is possible. Just remember that. But just the bigger time frames tell me to watch out. I see more consolidation for Doge. May go up, may come down, a little more tightness. Once it breaks this trend line, that's going to be the move for Doge. I like to buy the bottom of the trend line first, though. That was probably a really good entry for Doge at about 8 cents. 88.77 on the 77s. Let's take a look at Marsh on Marshall. And on Marshall, I have a photographic memory. It's kind of, it broke out. Then it's, to me, it's like in like a bullpen at symmetrical triangle kind of thing. Looks a lot like these other coins. Oh, so we got the pump. On Marshall got the pump. See, it was in this tight channel. I wanted the pump. We did get the pump. On Marshall for gains. Shout out to anybody that jumped in to Marsh. And this is an AI coin project as well that's been doing very well. Marsh for 33%. Look at the daily coming down. So what I would do is I would flag out the smaller time frame. But let me just give this to the gains crew so they can clean it up. More gains in the trading group. Marsh, baby, Marsh. And we started trading it down here. And it pumped up. So that's one. That's 2 in a row now for Marsh. Doing gains, baby. Doing gains. I love posting charts to Sean. 33%. All right, everyone. I am exhausted. It's time for my Saturday night to end. I've been going through the charts all day. I hit GST since 8 in the morning. So many coins we posted hit. We did our morning update. Bitcoin went sideways as projected. We've been nailing it for you all day long. We haven't taken a day off. It doesn't stop. I love you all. One more last super chat here, and I'm out for the night. Doge chain, then I'll cover Bitcoin, and I'm done. My back is killing me. All right. Let's take a look at what happens to Marsh once I post this, right? So we get rid of this now. It happened already. Actually, it has a bigger measured move. I'd look at the 7 and look for flags. So immediately I would just be flagging the 7-minute time frame, something like this. And just hoping that it kind of stays in it or makes some type of flag, you know. And if this consolidates nicely and I wake up tomorrow and it's still in a flag, then I may think of taking it. It could continue to go up, but you never know. And you never know. All right. And last but not least, Doge chain. Blockchain poodles, man. God bless you, brother. Everyone have a good night. See you all tomorrow. Much love. Shout out to YouTube channel. I didn't leave yet. You can't leave before me. You can't leave before me, man. What are you doing? I didn't go anywhere yet. Like, we still have to do the 40K dance, man. Stream was lit, Sam. Shout out to Michael Christian Benitez. Super chats are all clear. Congrats on super chats. No, I didn't do Doge chain, man. Don't try to. You try to play. Gina, you're trying to make me skip a super chat. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. What about Doge chain, Gina? Wait. Am I seeing things? I'm pretty sure I didn't do Doge chain yet. Yep, look, Doge chain. I'm not out the gate yet. Let's not count our chickens before they hatch. Stream was very lit. This stream was the littiest lit of the littiest. It was so lit, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I don't know, that sounds wrong. I think I did something I shouldn't have there. I wasn't trying to. I don't know what I did. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Look. All I ever heard is noise. That's kind of hot. So look, we got a cup and handle here for Doge chain that suggests that it could pump up hard. It will follow Doge when Doge pumps. That's going to be a gain. And previous resistance is some support, and we did bounce up. Not too bad. I like what I'm seeing for Doge chain. So look, I mean, you got this trend line that you've been respecting. Respect my authority. Maybe you make this nice ascending triangle before you pump out. Anything could happen. I'm getting mixed signals on this thing. It's at a resistance. The 4 hour could, but anyway, it could just blast to the upside. You could have SHIB, Doge, and everything blast tomorrow. I'm just getting some mixed signals. You see, this is a shoulder. This is a head, and that is a shoulder. You see that? It's not your best inverted head and shoulder, but your 4 hour is pretty beat, right? Your 22 is pretty beat. Your daily has legs. I get it. I don't know. I'm a little weary of this right now. I think it needs to consolidate a little more. Love some good authority. Oh, yeah. Sam, thanks for everything tonight and all you do. Lots of energy output. Question is, a stand-up desk really that much better than a chair? I have supreme back pain. Yes, bro. I mean, you have to go back and forth. I still get back pain from a stand-up desk, too. As long as you get a good mat, then if you don't have a good mat, like I have a concrete floor with linoleum and a thin rug, and honestly, the pressure of gravity in that concrete floor goes right to my back. And so within like, if I go hard all day and I don't take a break, I will start to get back pain even once. But it's not the same type of back pain. This back pain is more, all my muscles get aching. You know, that back pain is more my lower area. But it is what it is. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. You know what we do every single day. Bring you the charts, bring you the love, bring you the motion in the ocean. 24,683. Bitcoin's still sideways. 1 hour is coming down, but I like how it's pointing down. And look, I've seen this many times. You start to coil up even on the stochastics, and that is just such a good sign of blast, So see how the stochastics are starting to make a bull pennant? That's very bullish, and I've seen that before too as well. So I believe it's highly likely tomorrow we get some big moves. And it looks like this weekly candle close could be an explosive one to the upside, if anything. But you never know. I don't want to set us up. It could be an M. We could get a dump to the downside. We must be open-minded that anything could happen. Congrats on 40K, baby. Thank you so much. So glad you're here. If you can avoid putting super chat in sirens, it'll confuse Sam. Thanks for understanding. Congrats on 40K, Bu. Thanks for your dedication. Anytime, man. Anytime. And enough people see that, and that's why we're so strong. That's why we're so strong. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. I see Bitcoin going sideways or to the upside tonight. I believe we wake up 24,800, something like that, 24,550 to 24,750, kind of in that area. Don't be too scared. We might get a wick to the downside first before we get a pump up. This high volume node really wants to hold at 25,595. That would be key. If we did that, the lowest point of that node is like 5,083, 24,583. So we really wouldn't want to break 24,500. And I'll give you BOOKMAP right before I get out of here, just to be as thorough as humanly possible. The most thorough man on YouTube. And right now it does the same kind of zone. A little higher node at 24.8, 25,000, 25.2, and a lower. Now we got still the closest liquidity is 25K, but we have a little order there at 25.4. Like again, we could dip to that 25.4 and dip on out, but the biggest buy order there, 273, has nothing on this 508 sell order at 25,000. But looks kind of sideways price action for BOOKMAP. Everybody, thank you so much for jumping on into the live stream. I appreciate you all more than you would ever know. When I travel, I really appreciate it because the travel streams aren't that easy, and I got to build a studio, and the fact that you guys show up, and I really, really appreciate it. So have a wonderful day. I'll be back tomorrow morning for those quick updates and Sunday night for the weekly candle close. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. If you're here, you came to the right place. Thank you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. I love you all. Thank you so much. Stay blessed. Be safe. Over and out. Lifer.